Yes, voice acting is an art, but landing clients, that's a science. See what I did there? And one that can feel like a unicorn hunt if you don't have the right tools in your toolbox. Sure, word of mouth and referrals and P2P sites and gig sites, they're all fine and well and good. But if you're serious about your business and about building a steady stream of clients, then scalable lead generation and client outreach is a strategy and a skill you absolutely have to develop. Now, I've tried a lot of different lead gen tools out there dating back to way before I was even full-time in voiceover. Some are better than others. Whether you're new to generating your own leads or you're looking to level up your lead gen game, in this episode I'm going to break down the top 7 lead generation tools you can use to grow your business. But this isn't just a top 7 list. I'm going to break down the strengths and weaknesses, the pros and the cons, and why they matter in the context of your work. Let's get to it. Number 7 is Nimble. Now, Nimble is the kind of tool that doesn't try to be everything to everyone, and that's a good thing. It's built for freelancers who heavily rely on social media for network and relationship building. There's a fly in here. Think LinkedIn and Twitter and Facebook, etc. It integrates with your accounts and allows you to organize your context and your communications into neat, searchable lists. One of the great things about Nimble is it allows you to build smart contact lists. So, for example, you've been chatting it up on LinkedIn with a bunch of prospects and have kind of mentally lost track on who's who. Nimble pulls all that stuff together for you. Nimble also, as these things go, is reasonably priced. Starts at about $25 a month. Now, the downside, it is admittedly very social media focused. So if you're all about email outreach, which is where I personally believe you should be spending the bulk of your time, especially as a newer talent, Nimble may not be the best fit. But if you're super active and adept and savvy on social media, then Nimble could be your best friend. Number 6, Uplead. Now, as we teach in the VO Freedom Master Plan, it's one thing to have a super effective message and email, but it's another thing entirely to make sure that that effective email is delivered to your prospect's inbox. And if it's not delivered, it can't be opened, it can't be read, it can't be clicked on, and nobody's going to listen to your demos. This is the problem that Uplead solves. They have a 95% accuracy rating on their email contacts. It ain't flashy, but it is super reliable. The interface is clean and straightforward, and they sort of have this pay-as-you-go pricing model. So if you're, for example, if you're only doing leads every now and again, only generating leads every now and again, and you don't need a constant stream of leads, that might work better for you. You just search for prospects by industry, by role, by location, and Uplead does the rest. Now, the downside to Uplead is that the database isn't as large as some others, for example, Apollo.io. And if you do need a steady stream of leads, if you're a power user, you might find that the credits add up quickly and it can get expensive. Still, if you're all about quality over quantity, then Uplead is a really strong choice. Number 5, Dub. Now, Dub stands out because it brings video into the lead gen game. So instead of, for example, sending yet another email to a prospect, how about sending them a personalized video? So if you're, for example, like we are as voice actors in the media industry, but maybe you're a video editor, maybe you're in another end of the video industry, if you're a creative, then Dub might work really well for you because it's a chance to showcase your skills in action. And Dub also tracks engagement so you'll know who actually opens and watches your video rather than just ignores it. Now, the downside, I've always said that lead gen is a numbers game, and I still believe that. So recording a personalized video is going to take some time. And if you're going to do that to 3, 4, 5, 6 prospects a day, that's a big time investment. I don't suggest that you use it that way. You should use it for special cases. Clients that for whatever reason, you really want to break through the clutter and get to them. So if you really want to break through to a specific client or small list of specific clients, Dub might be your ticket in. Just make sure your lighting and your audio are on point. Number 4, Mailshake. Now, Mailshake is like another one that we're going to talk about a little bit later, but Mailshake is kind of like a Swiss Army knife of lead generation because it automates everything from cold emails to follow-ups. which gives you back your time to focus on personalization and strategy. Super user-friendly, so if you're brand new to the email and lead gen game, then this might be a really good fit for you. Mailshake has pre-built templates, so if you're intimidated by writing your own messaging, I suggest you do, but you might want to start out with a template. And if the prospect doesn't reply, then Mailshake can automatically send a follow-up based on their behavior. Now, the downside to Mailshake, as with a couple of the others that we'll talk about, they are an investment. Plans start at about $60 a month. If you're new, if you're working with a tight budget, this might not be your best starting point. But if you're a freelancer, a voice actor, and you rely heavily on email outreach, which I think is a fantastic strategy, then Mailshake might be a good starting point for you. All right, getting into the top three. Number 3, Hunter.io. Now, Hunter is one of those laser-focused tools. It does one thing, and it does it very well, and that is finding professional email addresses. If you're spending 10, even 5, even 3 minutes hunting around on a company's website for the decision maker's email address, you know what a gigantic waste of time this can be. So if you're like most people, you end up filling out the contact form, which puts you into the dum-dum bin. Don't go in the dum-dum bin. Hunter is your answer. Hunter is super simple to use because it has only one purpose. You type in a company's domain, Hunter kicks back to you all the associated email addresses. And it even verifies them to make sure that your bounce ratio, the emails that bounce, are absolutely minimal. Now, Hunter doesn't send those emails, it doesn't follow up for you, but it will verify that the emails that you're reaching out to are valid. If you're a freelancer, if you're a voice actor, and you rely on email outreach, Hunter is a great choice. And if you pair it with something like Mailshake, well, you got a pretty powerful combo there. Number 2, I get asked about this one all the time, LinkedIn Sales Navigator. Now, if you're familiar with LinkedIn and you've been using that for lead gen, put LinkedIn on steroids and you get LinkedIn Sales Navigator. It gives you a lot more granular search, a lot more filters, a lot more parameters. So if you're a sophisticated searcher, then LinkedIn Sales Navigator may make sense for you. Sales Navigator also lets you save leads and get alerts when they either change jobs or share updates. You have some control over that. Now, Sales Navigator, definitely not cheap, starts at about $79 a month. But if your clients, if the people that you're prospecting and targeting are active on LinkedIn, then it may be well worth the $80 a month. Now, what I wouldn't suggest is if you don't already have your LinkedIn profile in ship shape, then you're throwing money down a hole. A half-finished profile and a blurry headshot or some strange caricature, that's not going to cut it. But here's the thing about Sales Navigator, and I was a Sales Navigator user for a long time. I believe, personal opinion, that unless you have your LinkedIn and overall outreach strategies nailed down and well-oiled, you're better off using LinkedIn free. But if you're targeting corporate clients, then Sales Navigator can pay off if you're willing to write the personalized messages and take the time to grow the relationships. And finally, number 1, the granddaddy of them all, as I see it, Apollo.io. Apollo.io, in my opinion, truly does it all because of this point. It's lead gen and outreach all under the same software. The database of verified contacts is massive. They claim even larger than LinkedIn, and my experience tells me that's probably true. And it has more and better search filters than even LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And as we said before, sophisticated, integrated email tools. Apollo.io is the shit. So what sets Apollo apart is the ability to use this tool to manage the entire lead gen and outreach process, all the way through to tracking your engagement and being your own best data scientist. And because the database is so freaking large, it doesn't matter whether you're targeting, enterprise level clients or small mom and pops or anybody in between. Apollo helps you refine those searches and execute your strategy. Couple of downsides with Apollo. Let's talk about those. First, the free plan is great for exploring and checking out, but honestly, you only get 50 email credits with the free plan. We don't recommend that. Once you've kind of figured things out and you're ready to really start marketing to prospects, we recommend you upgrade to the Pro plan. The Pro plan comes with unlimited email credits, and that, my friends, is what's going to allow you to scale. Remember I said before, Lead gen and prospecting is a numbers game. Now, as of the filming of this video, the Pro plan runs $99 a month. Definitely not cheap, but I'll tell you this. The first iteration that I taught of the VO Freedom Master Plan and the process that I taught in the first iteration, I was cobbling together 5 tools, in fact, including hunter.io, and the total of those 5 tools was costing me $550 a month just to execute my prospecting process. I found Apollo. We now teach Apollo in the VO Freedom Master Plan, but it is so much more powerful, so much more effective. It is an investment, and at $100 a month, trust me when I tell you, it's a steal. Compared to what I was doing, Apollo is 10 times more effective. Now, as I started to mention before, Apollo is powerful, but it can be a little bit overwhelming. It can be a lot overwhelming for beginners. But again, it's what we use and teach in the VO Freedom Master Plan, and we provide a ton of support for Apollo.io. Freelancers, voice actors who are really ready to get serious about taking control of their marketing and their lead gen and their outreach, Apollo.io is the tool for you. Now, the right lead gen tool can absolutely transform your freelance business, whether you're a voice actor or another creative freelancer. It can turn lead gen from a soul-sucking chore into a streamlined, strategic process that actually gets results. But no matter how shiny and glossy the tool doesn't matter, kids, if you don't put in the strategy and the effort. Are you sending personalized outreach at scale? Are you following up radically consistently? And most importantly, are you targeting the right people? These tools are here and they will definitely make your life easier, but if you're not putting in the strategy and the effort and the consistency, it's not going to matter. I encourage you to check all of these out and pick the one that fits best for your needs. Tools are just part of the equation, guys. It all starts with knowing your audience. What pain points are they struggling with, and how can you serve them to solve those pain points? And once you've nailed that, then these tools can help you execute that strategy, scale your efforts, and get your messages in front of the right people. Lead gen and outreach does not have to be a big pain in the ass. With some strategy and the right tools, you can build this business that you so dearly love and build it into a life that you dearly love. Head on over to vopro.pro to get my Move, Touch, Inspire newsletter that comes out on Thursdays, usually for voice actors and creative freelancers. You can also get more information on the VO Freedom Master Plan and the VO Pro community. And as we ask every week, if you got value from this video, if you got something out of it, then help us help other voice actors and creative freelancers by sharing it with them. As always, thanks for the conversations we have here on YouTube and the podcast, in the VO Pro community, and in the voice acting community overall. The more we talk, the more we listen, the more we exchange ideas, the better, stronger industry we can have. Thanks so much. Happy holidays if you're watching this during the holidays when we're recording it. And we'll see you back here again soon.